of our school, John Moffet. And every day we're proud to say the name of our school, John Moffet.
Hello and welcome to the Moffet Tattletale Season 6, Episode 1. I am Daniela.
And I am Brennan. Today we have a special guest, Miss Melissa, who works with Women in Bio.
Welcome, Mrs. Melissa, and thank you for being a part of the Moffet Tattletale.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
What is Women in Bio and why was it created?
Women in Bio is a professional organization that's sort of like a club once you're out of school. It's for people that want to increase awareness of STEM careers, so that would be careers in science, technology, engineering, and math, to help women get to where they want to be in those types of careers.
Okay, what was the process that went into creating Women in Bio?
So first there was a chapter near Washington, D.C. that was created with the same purpose. And then the group just expanded to different areas. So I'm part of the Philadelphia Women in Bio chapter now.
Tell us about Women in Bio. What do you do there?
So the Women in Bio is an international organization, so there are chapters in different areas, and we meet and offer mentorship and education so that we can educate and empower women in STEM careers and help them get the jobs that they want.
Is Women in Bio all over the world, or is it only in the U.S.? Are there plans to expand Women in Bio to other countries?
Sure. So Women in Bio is international. Right now it's in North America, just in the United States, and also in Canada.
Is Women in Bio all over the world, or is it only in the U.S.? Are there plans to expand Women in Bio into other countries?
So Women in Bio is international, just in North America right now, in the United States and in Canada. I'm not aware of any plans to expand, but really as more people get interested, we can add chapters in different areas. So we have been adding chapters in the United States, and potentially we could go to other countries too.
Where did you attend college or university? What was your experience like?
So I went to Penn State, which is in State College, Pennsylvania. It's about 3 hours from here, and I studied engineering there. And I really had a fun time there. It was challenging, but I was also studying what I was interested in. So very similar to school now. There's some subjects that might be harder than others, but it was definitely a really fun experience because my only job at that time was to be a student and learn and be with my friends.
Describe the difficulty, effort, and time it took to earn your degree.
So I studied biomedical engineering. I took 5 years to graduate with that degree. It was challenging. Different classes were different levels of challenging. It's a lot of science and math, but that was what I was interested in. And I got to do some work experiences also, which is why I took 5 years to graduate. So it was challenging, but it was also very fun.
Okay.
How did you choose if you wanted to seek a higher education?
So I have gotten a higher education. So as part of high school, I talked to my family and my teachers and my guidance counselors, and chose to go to college right after high school. So that was really just through guidance of talking to my family and teachers. After college, I was working, and then I saw that it would be good for me to get more education. So after that, it was really the work experience that helped me choose to get another degree, which was in engineering also. And then right now, I actually, in my job, am going back to school again for more business education. So maybe originally get guidance from family members and teachers, and then your career helps you understand what education you might need.
Okay. What attracted you to the field of biology?
So I am really passionate about helping people, and engineering is all about problem solving. So when I was choosing a type of engineering to study, there's all different types. Biomedical engineering is really about solving problems that help people with health challenges. So I think that's what made it interesting to me. I love the problem solving. I've always liked math and science. And then the focus on improving healthcare was interesting to me.
Did you have to study anything specific in college or university for your career?
Yeah, so engineering has a lot of science and math classes. And really, at that time, I didn't know what I wanted my job to be, so I was just studying what I was interested in. And then when I went to work, I realized that there were other things that I could be learning. Like right now, in the business degree that I'm pursuing, it was to help me understand more about how to run the business that I work in now.
What advice would you give anyone who is interested in going into your field?
I think the best thing to do if you're interested in the field is to talk to people that have jobs in that field, to ask questions and see if you like the answers, if it still feels like something that would be interesting to you. When you get into higher education, you could also try out that job. So during college, I had a couple job experiences called internships where I got to do a job for a short amount of time, and that gave me a lot of information about what it would really be like. And so I would recommend asking questions and seeing what people like about the job you think you want to do to see if it's really what you would expect.
We will now take questions from our audience.
How do you like your job?
I really like my job. So I get to work at a company that helps make medicine for people that are really sick. And it's really exciting when we get to help a patient get the medicine that helps them feel better.
What's your favorite part about it?
I think that the connection to helping people, get the medicine that they need to feel better. I also like that there's a lot of fun problems to solve to make sure that the person gets the medicine when they need it, that sort of thing, making sure all the pieces that go into making it and delivering it to the patient all happen in time.
Thank you for answering my question.
Hello, my question is, does Women in Bio have members that help people or talk a different language if someone talks a different language?
There are some members of Women in Bio who speak different languages. Speaking different languages isn't the focus of our organization, but we want to help people that speak any language, that joined Women in Bio or connected to us, learn about STEM.
And what languages does some of your members speak?
Some of the members I know speak Spanish, English, and French. There could be other languages, but those are the members that I know.
So what is biomedical engineering?
Biomedical engineering is all about problem solving, and there are all different types of engineers. There's civil engineers that help us build our roads and our bridges. There's mechanical engineers that make sure that they do lots of things, but make sure the air conditioning can work, the system in the school works. And then biomedical engineers solve healthcare problems. So we can be involved in all different kinds of things. From helping try to have a new medicine to help someone, who's sick. We could be involved in creating a medical device that helps maybe a doctor with a procedure that they're doing. I currently work at a company that's linked to healthcare because we make medicine there. And then my job, the skills that I use from biomedical engineering is I help solve the problems of anything that we need to do to get the medicine to the patient. How do we make sure that that's all happening on time?
Thank you for answering the question.
So my question is, what other things did you study in college outside of biology, math, and engineering, or did you just do those three?
I got to study all kinds of things. So there are some courses that I had to take to be able to get the biomedical engineering degree. But then there were also what's called general education courses that we have to take. And that was really fun because they would be categories like health, and I would get to take a dancing class, and I would choose that. You wouldn't have to. You could also take fly fishing or bowling or running or speed walking. There's tons of classes at Penn State to take, really fun ones. And then another category might be history, and I could choose which history class I wanted to take. So that was fun because I got to learn things outside of math and science, which was a nice balance, but Also, I didn't have to take a specific class. I could choose something I was interested in that fell into that category.
Thank you for answering my question.
Sorry, I'm back, but do you speak any other languages, and which ones?
Oof, I wish that I did. I don't. I can speak very little amount of Spanish and French, but it would be very, very basic, like something that I think maybe you would learn before you're even, right around kindergarten age would be my limit. I wish I could, though. Can you?
Spanish and Arabic. Thank you for answering my question.
How can we see your social media and follow Women in Bio? Is there a website we can visit?
Yeah, so Women in Bio is on Instagram, and there's also a website, womeninbio.org. And then I'm on Instagram and LinkedIn.
Mrs. Melissa, thank you for being our guest today. We appreciate it. Come back anytime.
Thanks, Daniela. Thanks, Brennan. Thanks for having me.
This concludes our episode of the Moffet Tattletale. Be sure to subscribe to us on Spotify and our YouTube channel. And be sure to check out Women in Bio too. Bye guys.
We always try to do our best for Moffett School tops all the